Lincoln Community Foundation's Tower Square features Ascent, the 57-foot glass spire designed by artist June Kaneko. The rising angles of color carry the eye up toward the sky, the future, and hope. Karen and Robert Duncan embody this spirit and energy. Married over 50 years, the two are visionaries, risk-takers, passionate collectors, and generous patrons of the arts. The Lincoln Community Foundation honors Karen and Robert Duncan for their charity, generosity, and stewardship that is changing the landscape of this city, this state, and beyond.
I believe that Robert and Karen are deserving of the Charity Award simply because they quietly make a profound difference in not only the community but in the state. I mean, I can't think of anybody more worthy than Robert and Karen.
They first met in their shared hometown of Clarinda, Iowa. Later, through his work for the family-owned business, Duncan Aviation, Karen and Robert began traveling and collecting art. Today, their 2,000-plus world-class art collection is housed in their home in Lincoln and has been ranked among the 50 best private art collections in the country.
Robert and Karen have no ego about what anyone else thinks about what they collect. They collect what they're passionate about. That's just who they are. It's just baked into them as people, and you can't help but be touched by that.
The Sheldon Museum of Art, one of Lincoln's crown jewels, is a major force in the world of American modernist art and benefits from the Duncans' generosity.
Robert is the chair of Sheldon Advisory Board. He's served on that committee many, many years. He's always just an unfailing advocate for what we're trying to do. He provides that kind of counsel and leadership, and he's a great liaison between the university, the museum, and the community.
Together with fellow Nebraskans Kathy and Mark LeBaron, the Duncans sponsor artist residencies in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and operate Assemblage Gallery in Lincoln, a private exhibition space showing work from their respective collections.
Assemblage was created by the two couples to be an extension of our homes. Many people come to Lincoln not knowing that Lincoln is really a haven for art. After they've seen the Sheldon and the various other venues, then they always ask what private collections are available. They may come to the Duncan home, the LeBaron home, and then we always include Assemblage. They're always amazed that this is available in Lincoln, Nebraska.
I think Robert and Karen, they've taught their family about philanthropy more through just their actions than anything else.
Together with their children, Paige and Todd Duncan, they established the Duncan Family Trust. The trust distributes funds to enhance the quality of education, create positive change in the community, and increase awareness and interest in the aviation industry.
The family business, of course, is very special to our community and a most unusual kind of business for our city.
Robert, Chairman Emeritus of Duncan Aviation, represents the second of 4 generations of Duncans who have built the company. Robert says his father, Donald Duncan, set the tone for the company. He believed that if you want good employees that will stay with you, they need to live in a community that's rewarding for their families and their children. It only makes sense to do your part to make sure that this is a vital and friendly place to live.
It would certainly be a fair and not an exaggerated statement to say they've played a major role, and very arguably the major role, in the development of public art.
One of Robert's recent roles that enriches the quality of life for Lincoln's residents is providing leadership for Lincoln Partners for Public Art Development. Established in 2012, the organization is built on the belief that art can define our city's public identity and the people who inhabit it.
Karen got involved with public right-of-ways, and man, did she dig in. Robert and she contributed a sculpture to adorn the roundabout in addition to overseeing all the landscaping. And by the way, they saved the city a couple $100,000 or more. Karen's a little feistier, and she's more likely to push a little harder and poke around for the truth, you know.
According to Robert, though, Karen's greatest charitable involvement is always with individuals. The Karen K. Duncan Scholarship Fund was set up to provide scholarships to the children of Duncan Aviation employees to attend college or a technical school. In the last 17 years, over 200 students have earned scholarships. This benevolence extends to their collecting.
They oftentimes become connected with an artist rather than the art coming first. Oftentimes it's the artist that comes first in that sense of support. That's a different way of collecting than we normally think of in terms of building trophy cases.
Local renowned artist Robert Weaver calls Karen the Queen. Recognizing his talent, the Duncans made it possible for him to continue to create art.
They give of their friendship, and in the end they hope that they've enhanced somebody's life, and in his case they certainly have.
A musician, Karen was actively involved with the Nebraska Chamber Orchestra for many years. Karen's love and talent for music has found its expression in her initiative, Floating Pianos. Together with native Cuban Nelly Oliva, Karen teaches and loans their students a piano. The students can keep the pianos in their homes as long as they keep practicing.
The families come en masse to these piano recitals, and it's a great social event. Karen plays duets with very many of these students, and she's very much a big part of it.
Robert and Karen are passionate about Lincoln. They're passionate about the community, about the impact of the arts on the community. They understand what their influence, both financially and from a leadership standpoint, can do in the community, and have always volunteered to get involved, to become part of making Lincoln a better place, and doing whatever they can to encourage that.